I'm going to teach you how to spin the basketball on your finger. So if you ever want to learn how to do this basketball trick, this is going to be a tutorial that will give you an idea on how to start doing just some basic learning how to spin the basketball on your finger. There's a couple different ways you can do it. Actually, there's a bunch of different ways you can do it to start. There's guys that'll spin it on their thumb and keep it going with their fingers. There's guys that'll do it, they'll just kind of like do that with the ball and flick it in a circle for a while, and then they'll get it started on their finger. I'm going to show you two basic ways though to get it started spinning on your finger. The very easiest and the way I think it's best to start doing is to use both hands. It's going to look like this. Okay? Really what it comes down to is you just have to take a little bit of time to practice it and get the feel for it. It's definitely one of those things that's definitely a feel thing. It's not so much about mechanics. I mean, there is mechanics involved, but a lot of it's just going to take time to get comfortable with it. This is how it's going to be done. You're going to take both hands, you're going to put them on the sides of the ball, maybe slightly under the ball, under the sides of the ball. I start, with both hands on the ball, elbows out, drop them down, and you got them both on the sides of the ball here. Like always, you want to try to maintain control of the ball with your fingers, and then what you're going to do is you're going to spin the ball like that. And what you want to do is you want to make sure you're spinning the ball perfectly sideways, so it's going like this. You don't want it spinning like this or like this. I mean, try spinning the ball on your finger when it's going like that. It's not going to work very good. Or like that. It's not going to work very good. You want to try to get it as perfectly sideways as possible. Okay? That's your starting point. You want to make sure you're spinning perfectly sideways as possible. Basically, all you're going to do is twist your hands. One hand goes forward, one hand coming back. Use your fingers. Pull them in, kind of like you do with the knotted dribbles tutorial that I showed you. They're the low, fast dribbles. Learn how to do that with the fingers. You're kind of just pulling your fingers in. These are pushing out. And you're going to get it to spin. Okay? Okay? One thing also to keep in mind, I like to try, and I think a lot of people do too, is to try to keep, where all these seams meet here. I like to try to get the ball spinning on one of those, like right in the middle of one of them. Let me show you here. On either this point or this point or this point. I just find that the ball spins easier there. I like to try to get the spin on one of those points, unless you got one of these the basketballs like this, one of these patent leather basketballs, or the PVC. I've heard of different names for them. This is a Wilson, or a Baden, I'm sorry. This is a Baden Performer basketball. Another one is a Lifetime Street 33 basketball. That's another one that's got the shiny material. These kinds of balls, they're not like a regular basketball. They don't have all the little pebbled bumps in it. So there's less friction when the ball spins on your finger, and it's smooth everywhere. So it doesn't matter quite as much as if you catch it in one of these seams. If you have a ball that's got the pebbles, the leather or the synthetic leather type material, or a rubber basketball, it's going to be a little bit harder to spin it on your finger if you don't catch it in the seams, just because all those little bumps are going to continually be catching on your finger and slowing it down, so it won't spin for as long. So anyways, back to what we're doing. You want to try to get the spin sideways as much as possible. Try to catch it in one of the seam intersections there. And when the ball is spinning, you don't need to throw it up super high. Just throw it up maybe like 3-4 inches when you're starting. And you want to try to catch the ball. When it's spinning, there's going to be kind of a center point to where the spin is. You can kind of see the axis of where it's spinning. So even, let's say I don't do it on the seam. See that? See how you can see there's sort of a center point to where the ball is spinning? Let me do it a little bit closer. You can kind of see where the center axis of where it is spinning is. You want to try to catch the ball right in the middle of where that spin is occurring as it's coming down. Okay? So wherever the middle of the spin of the ball is, that's where you want your finger to be. Another thing to keep in mind, kind of similar to like what I teach in my next style tutorial, how I teach you to come down with the ball as it's falling down. You want to kind of try to do that with your finger too. As the ball's coming down, you want to come down a little bit with the ball with your finger. So as the ball's coming down, you're going to come down with your finger to catch it. So your finger isn't just sitting here and the ball just pops, bounces off your finger, plus it might hurt your finger. So you want to kind of try to come down with it to cushion the fall and catch it right in the middle of where it's spinning. And there it is. From there, all you really want to try to do is make sure your finger stays pointing straight up. If you start pointing to the sides at all, that's when the ball is going to start to fall off or start wobbling and spinning a little funny and fall off sooner. The more upright you can keep your finger and pointing straight up, the longer you'll have it spinning on your finger. And also, keep in mind, I find that the ball spins a lot longer on my finger nail because there's a lot smaller surface area that the ball's spinning on, and therefore there's less friction on the ball for it to slow it down. If you catch it, normally I actually catch the ball on my finger pad, so I would actually catch it on my finger pad right here as it's coming down, and then I kind of try to convert the spin to more onto my fingernail. There's a little bit less surface area, it's a harder surface, so it spins a little bit longer on there. So those are the things you want to keep in mind. So catch it on the finger pad, coming down in the center where it's spinning, and then I usually convert it to my finger tip. Keep that finger pointing straight up, and you can get it actually to spin for quite a while. The other way, it's pretty much going to be exactly the same as far as what you're going to do once the ball gets spinning in the air, but it's a different way of starting it. It's just the one hand. For that, you're going to have your hands, notice how my palm of my hand is not touching the ball, it's all fingertips. Hand is underneath the ball. Try to get your fingers spread wide as much as possible so it's covering quite a wide area along the bottom of the ball. And you're just going to twist your hand. It's mostly in the wrist and the fingers. It's going to be like that. Okay? And for that one, you're actually not going to throw it up quite as high. And you're just going to try to make it spin as much sideways as possible. And that one I just find it kind of naturally, you're going to be able to just get it to kind of get your hand right under your finger right under the ball to catch it right away. It's not as much like this one where you're throwing it in the air and getting your finger under the center point. This one, I think you can just kind of get the feel for it, and after a while you naturally start to figure out, just with doing this twisting motion where your finger needs to be immediately after to catch the ball in the center, like that. So those are the basic ways to get the ball to spin on your finger. If you guys want to see anything else, let me know. Make sure you check out my website, www.snakebasketball.com. I got a lot of other trick tutorials on there, also legal in-game tutorials, basketball drills, all kinds of stuff to help you improve your game or to help you learn new tricks, whatever it is that you're looking to do. I got a little bit of everything on there. Comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what you think of this and what you want to see besides this trick or this move or what you just want to see in general, and I'll try to make more videos for you guys like that. Thanks.